Energy Suspension has been making performance polyurethane products for over 40 years. One of these great products is our line of control arm bushing sets. Today, we are installing a set of our control arm bushings to this Toyota Tacoma 4-wheel drive 6-lug. You are going to want to start by using a jack to raise the tire on the side of the vehicle you will be working on. Once raised to the proper height, you will remove your tire as if you are replacing it. Make sure to mark the location of the bolt and washer, as you will need to reinstall it in the same location once you've replaced the bushings. Now you are ready to start removing all the hardware until your control arm is ready to come out. Start by locating the bushing seen here with the cap washer. You are going to want to use a drill bit sander and screwdriver to remove the cap washer. Make sure to save this cap washer, as you will need to reuse it. Once the cap washer has been removed, use a hammer and flathead screwdriver to round out the top of the inner sleeve. Now you are ready to start cooking with gas. Well, in this case, MAP gas is what we recommend for the fastest and safest job. Start by heating the bushings as seen here. Your goal is to heat the adhesive to the point where it releases the bushing and inner sleeve. Once the adhesive has released its hold, you can remove the original factory sleeve as seen here. It looks like the other one could use more heat. You want to avoid lighting the bushing on fire, as the fumes from the rubber are very toxic and can burn you very badly on contact. So remember, safety first. Once the sleeves are removed, you will want to burn away the excess adhesive. Don't worry about getting it perfect, as we recommend using a wire brush on the sleeves before reinstalling them. Now that the sleeves are out, you will need to remove the original factory bushings. As you can see, we turned up the heat for this part. We recommend using the law of thermal conduction, or in other words, heat transference, to avoid igniting the bushing. Once heated properly, you will be able to use a flathead screwdriver to remove the bushing. We then recommend taking a wire brush and cleaning up the inside of the control arm for a smoother install. You can also repaint the control arm if you are inclined to do so. Now you are ready to start installing the new polyurethane bushings. Start by applying the Formula 5 grease that came with your kit to anywhere metal and poly come into contact. Use this video as a reference of how to properly grease your components. You do not need to use grease on the outside of the control arm. Upon reinstalling the sleeves, you will need to reinstall the cap washer from the original bushings you removed. We utilize this piece here with an arbor press. A small gap here is normal. Now that your control arm has new polyurethane bushings, you are ready to reinstall the entire control arm to its original place with all the hardware in the same direction as before. Now that the control arm has been put back in its original place, you can begin tightening the original hardware back to factory specs. This is what your new control arm bushing should look like once fully installed. As you can see here, we performed a vice test showing the difference between the original factory bushings and our Energy Suspension Performance polyurethane. To take it a step further, we put a GoPro under the chassis during the test drives, showing the difference while driving. As you can see, there is a noticeable difference in performance.